guys asked me a little bit about that sander the other day. And that little sander I got is basically a 6-inch Dynabrade geared orbital. It's not a DA per se, but it works like Big Bertha here. You know, a lot of guys use a lot of different mud hogs. This is a National Detroit, which I really think is probably one of the best all-around 8-inch mud hogs ever made. I mean, it's just an animal, and most of these things outlive the dang bodymen that own them. I'm going to show you a little bit how this thing runs, but I'm probably going to do most of this with this DA here, or but this thing here you can really dial down slow. The big trick is, you know, of course you guys all know this, is to use self-volume further than you want. I'm just going to sneak up on it. What I had here was just a bunch of little tiny dingers. That's where this picture, these old big tools, they kind of get in your way more than they help you out. Then I follow it up with my 180 on my block just to layer out a little. Get rid of some of those 80 grit sand scratches. And this is where you call a bit of quitwell on the head almost. I think sometimes a guy plays around with this 180 too much. And you just turn around, all I'm out to do is knock the dang 80 grit sand scratches out. You play with the 180 too much, things have a tendency to get lumpy. Of course, I don't watch, I just kind of pull up. I'm going to do the same thing back here. And like I said, those are just the little dingers. I'm going to lightly lick this off here. This is outside curves, one of my favorites. Light touch. Just a little bit. Okay, I think we're getting to the point to quit while we're ahead. Get the block out. I use a variety of blocks that I'm blocking, and I always step between 80 to 180, depending on what I'm doing. I like these little short blocks. I got long boards too, but this is the thing I like about this Tech or this Rage Extreme. Is this stuff just really comes up fast. I'm going to bring this around, sneak up on it. That'll pull those edges off with some 180. See how I took my tape. Let's see if this lets me pull it all out. I'm not afraid to go in and clean some stuff up after I'm done. You want to get over here so you're not in the shadow, Rob?
I think you can actually see it better when it doesn't have the direct light on it.
Go ahead and kill some of those lights then. I'll show you my daylight deprivation lamp. I've got one of these old-time sets of heat lamps. This time of year, you know, I have no windows in my shop before it gets to me. So I turn those on to make me feel like I'm working on a warm summer day. You guys, I just showed you a dang little clip of what the weather's looking like out there. My gosh, you know, I was a little doubtful that I was going to get this in one shot. Starting to look like it. As soon as I start kissing the old metal, I start backing down. And it's a matter of just taking off only what you need and nothing more, right? Let's see if I can pull this thing off. We got a little bit right there. Little rubber 4-inch block, you know. You really can't beat them for certain things. And they just maybe they have the cheapest blocks. I think everybody's got one or two. I'm going to go in, cut the little paper off the edge here, tune up this edge a little. I've been dogging this dang job for I don't know how long now. Didn't do anything yesterday but eat turkey. So, you know, I thought, well, if I come down here today on Black Friday, we would go ahead and switch to my 180 real quick on my Wonder block. Nice squishy, but not too squishy block. Start taking this down with the 180, getting this all out where I want it, around the edges, lean into my filler just a little bit, don't want to make it lumpy now, just enough to get the old 80 grit fan presses out. I don't know if you guys have ever tried any of those Champ abrasives from Auto Body Tool Mart, but they're 180 and 80 grit rolled sticky back paper like this. Is as good as any 3M I've used, or Norton, or any of them. Plus, I think it's like $20 or something, or 20-some bucks a roll. You guys probably get the same catalog I do. I'm going to step into a little harder block here for this, if I can find it. I think old Junior was about ready to step on it. Another 7-inch block. I want to get this thing kind of knocking down. You know, my big theory on a lot of filler work is I'd like to keep it a little centered. There's a 180, and I think, you know what, I think we just might be able to pull this one off. I'm going to keep working my edges until I get up. I like to be hitting a little bit of metal everywhere, especially on the edges. But I'm going to go ahead and pick up a little bit of run over there. There we go. Just going to go ahead and I'm going to do what I call a real quick and dirty mask on this thing here, just to show you when I want to get things moving. The one thing is on these cars, once you get your plastic work all pulled together, you get the primer on them, then you got, you know, while the primer's drying, you can start de-trimming, doing whatever. But I'm going to do what you know, some guys will beg them for the prime. I don't. I'm going to kind of show you how I do it when I want to hurry up and get some primer on something without violating all the dang pieces that are still left on the car. Like I said, we still got a little more de-trimming to do, but tonight I don't feel like screwing with my belt molding, so I'm not going to, but I want to get the primer on, because the sooner I get this primer on, I like to let my primer dry overnight. If I'm in a big hurry, I can usually get away with hitting it like in 2 hours. But sometimes it's just, you know, that's the difference between being able to paint something next week or sitting around staring at it, just getting that dang primer on. Well, all you guys know. Well, you can go ahead and